Hi. Okay, I know that it's been a while since I have made a video, but it has been so crazy and busy in my house that I didn't really have time for one, plus a whole bunch of other stuff going on. But I thought I'd give you a little update as to what's going on in my house and with me and different stuff like that. So, first off, my 4th of July was good. It was fun. Let's see. A friend of my husband's came down from New York, and he spent the 4th of July with us, and we went to a festival that was downtown in our town, and that was interesting. I'm not sure how most festivals are supposed to be, but that one, it seemed more like an area for people to shop and ride rides than it is to just, I don't know. I'm not really sure how you would explain it. I just know that they had a lot of different booths up and down different streets, and it was where you just browse, sign up for something, or buy something. They did have concession stand areas, like each little food cart was either a funnel cake or actual food or something. Yeah, anyway. It was interesting. I got to have a funnel cake there, and it was good. I need to learn how to make my own at home. And, well, after the festival, came back to the house, and I took a nap. I was exhausted. But at the same time, not only was I exhausted, but I was dealing with side effects to a new medication that I am on. As you know, I had a doctor's appointment last week with a new doctor, and when I was there, I explained to her that I was dealing with severe anxiety, and I needed something to help me control it to where it wasn't controlling me. And after I explained to her my symptoms and how it affects me, she prescribed 2 anxiety medications that I take. One is once daily, the other one is as needed. And she also prescribed some new allergy stuff for me, but my body did not react well to all 3 of them in my system at the exact same time throughout one day, because on the 4th of July, all 3 of them were in my system, and talk about passing out. Not only did I pass out several times, I had a massive headache. My ears were killing me. It was like an earache convention, and I just didn't feel good. I was incredibly nauseated, and I thought to myself, what the hell is wrong with me? So I grabbed the papers that comes with all the medications, and I read the side effects. Each medication I had taken that day, all of them had the same side effects, and it was times 3 of all the side effects, because it was 3 medications that had the same side effects, and I was dealing with all of those side effects, but times 3 times, because it was worse, because all 3 of them were giving it to me. And I'm like, oh my god. And I realized what was going on. So, I had an earache pretty much all day, but thankfully only in one ear. It wasn't 2, but then I ended up with 1 after lunchtime, and I still had a massive headache. It wasn't a migraine really, it was just a pounding headache right here. And I thought to myself, this better not screw up my 4th of July, because I really wanted to do fireworks. But the way I was feeling, I was so out of it that I literally felt like a walking zombie just walking around the house. And my husband looked at me, and he could tell that something was going on. And he did ask me if I was okay, and I said, side effects to pills. How long is it going to take for my body to get used to this? Well, I do have an answer to that. My body is starting to get used to the pills. I'm not passing out anymore. I do get incredibly sleepy because drowsiness is the very first side effect to my pills, and I sleep every day for an hour. I don't have a choice. My body forces me to take a nap. And I do sleep. And then after an hour is over with, I wake up and I continue my day perfectly fine. with no other side effects. Well, except for nausea. I do deal with nausea a lot because of the pill, but I don't throw up. I just, for like 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, I am incredibly nauseated. And I feel like I'm going to throw up, but I don't. But after it passes, I'm fine. And, well, I was incredibly drugged. I looked incredibly out of it. And we went to a friend's house and did some fireworks, and that was a crazy event. We learned the hard way, well, a friend of my husband's learned the hard way about opening packages of fireworks and how to open them correctly. That's a long story behind it, and we had fun. A friend of mine, her name is Jordan, scared the crap out of me because I thought that she had been injured by a firework because the firework went off incorrectly, and instead of going up in the air, it chased us literally around the freaking yard, going around all the cars, and it hit her. She got hit with a firecracker when it exploded, and she thought she had been burned, and it scared the shit out of me, to be honest, because I thought she was injured. But we were able to check it out and discovered she wasn't burnt. But she did, I think, have a small bruise, and I'm like, oof. Making sure I still have time. And, once we knew that she was okay, we continued doing fireworks, but we were more careful about it. It was fun. There were different kinds that we used. I really can't tell you all of the different kind of fireworks we used because there was just like way too many to keep track of the names. The one that got used the most was I can't remember the name of it, but I know that you hold it up, it's a stick, you hold it up in the air and it shoots out firecrackers. I'd have to look it up to remember the name of it. I honestly don't know. It got used literally the most. We bought like, it comes 8 in a pack, and we bought about 6 to 8 of them. And there was like a lot of them that got used all in one night because it was the most popular one being used. I don't know why, but it was. I bought smoke bombs, where all it does is just smoke up different colors. It was interesting. Of course, it reminded me of sci-fi movies that they probably use those just to create them, for all we know. And, well, we ran out of fireworks and went and bought more and continued playing and having fun. Well, by the time we were done with the fireworks, we still had a lot more left. But all of a sudden, we happened to look at our phones and discover it was almost 2 in the morning on a Saturday morning, and we were still doing fireworks, and I thought, wow, time flew. I did not realize it was that late, and time had passed me by so fast. I was thinking, okay. I wanted to keep going, but I knew I had to get some sleep too. And yes, I did enjoy the fireworks, even though I had a small earache. And my headache did leave, but I was still very out of it because the way I would walk and whenever people would talk to me, it was like I was there physically, but not 100% there mentally. Hard to explain, but my pills did a number to me. So Saturday morning when I got up, I didn't take any of my medicine that the doctor prescribed. I didn't take any of it. I was scared to death of what it was going to do to me again. And I thought, you know what, I won't take it Saturday, I'm not going to take it Sunday. I'm going to call Monday, ask them what to do because the side effects were too much. And as if that wasn't bad enough, when we had gone to the store to buy the second round of fireworks, Friday night to Saturday morning, I was at the checkout buying some water. A bottle of water because I was incredibly thirsty because that's one of the side effects. Constantly thirsty for water, and I drank water all day that day because I was always thirsty. And my husband's friend, his name is Danny, he noticed that I was drinking a lot of water. He goes, are you thirsty or something? I'm like, yeah, it's a side effect of my pill. I've been drinking water non-stop all day that day because I was constantly thirsty with a dry mouth. I did a lot of peeing just because I constantly had to use the bathroom. But, you know, and a friend of mine said, well, all that water you drink, it probably flushed out your system. And I'm like, probably. Because I drink a lot. Let's see, one of these, I drank about 5 of these by itself all day that day. And then after the 5th one, I filled it back up and kept drinking out of it instead of buying more bottles. And I just kept drinking and drinking. I was thirsty. And yes, I still deal with continuous thirst to where I'm still drinking water a lot. So, and when I was getting the bottle of water at that checkout at the fireworks place, the lady looked at me and goes, "Are you congested or something? I noticed that your ear is got a cotton ball in it," because I had a cotton ball in my in one of my ears for the earache. And I said, "Oh no, I just have an earache. It's one of the side effects to a new medication that I'm dealing with." And she looked at me and goes, "What medication are you on?" I said, "It's for anxiety." I said, "I can't pronounce it," and I cannot pronounce the medication I'm on. I can spell it, but I can't pronounce it. And I was telling her about the other side effects I was dealing with from it, and she looked at me and she goes, "You might want to consult your doctor about that because you sound really high and you look like a walking zombie." And I looked at her thinking, okay. I didn't know that I looked high or sounded high or any of that. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to talk to my doctor then. And I told Julian about it Saturday when I felt more sober and more with it. And he's like, "She said that to you?" And I'm like, yeah, she did. I was surprised. It was either him I said it to or it was Danny. One of them I said it to, and they were surprised to hear that. And I thought, okay, well. So I did call my doctor Monday, and they called back and told me to stop taking the allergy spray because it was doing the most damage. So I quit taking it, and I haven't taken it so far all of this week. I still am taking my anxiety pill every day like I'm supposed to, and I'm doing a lot better. I don't feel high. I feel drowsy and constantly thirsty, but that's it. And I dealt with severe nausea before bed last night, but it didn't last very long. So, but yeah, the anxiety pills are working. My body is starting to get used to it more, and I know that as soon as the doctor says I am safe and my medication is doing its job, I'm going to finally attempt one last time, hopefully it's the last time, to do something that I have been wanting to do for a while, and I will tell you about it later. But anyway, I was also going to tell you about the chaos going on in my living room. It's taking forever to get done. Longer than we anticipated and expected it to, so. So, yeah, let's go look at my living room and see just how dysfunctioned it looked at the moment. It is not organized at all. But it is coming along pretty good, I guess. But here is the mess and the progress at the same time. Here you will see a big door frame. Apparently it used to be a door to the master bedroom from the living room before the house was redone and before we bought it. And we found it behind the wood paneling. And apparently it is, it used to be a door frame, a doorway. But we patched it up with drywall to close it up. And we're going to paint over it later. That's still being worked on. And this got finished. It's all drywall. That's being worked on. And this is being worked on. The holes there. And this all has to be done later too. It's kind of a hectic thing going on, but it's getting done slowly. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's working right now. But, and yes, my mother-in-law is still coming down to be with us. I thought she was coming yesterday, but from the looks of it, it's going to be later than I thought. I really don't know exactly what all is going on. I do know that she's trying to get things finalized, fixed, and all that other stuff with legal stuff, and then she plans to come down, but we do not 100% know when that is. Hopefully soon. Still don't know. But anyway. So I showed you my living room, gave you an update on my 4th of July and my new medication. That's pretty much all that there is to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. When the living room officially gets done, and we've got everything fixed and finished and polished, or whatever you want to call it, in our house, I will give you an updated video on that. And we'll see how everything goes. Alright, well, that's all for now. There really isn't anything else to tell you. Thanks for watching.